Hey everyone, it's the second part of the Crystal Caper one-shot. Jade just dealt with the puppy patrol, and now the MetaWarriors must infiltrate the Moon Castle. Can they maintain the balance of their girl and magic skills and save the world from the evil Space Queen Astrid?
Justin.
Alright, so now you know that there's two puppies that have been incapacitated, and then you've got the doors, there's other windows, there's the bars. It's made of stone. It's pretty derelict, it's pearlescent.
You think I could just pop it off?
Pop what off?
The bars.
I think that you could not, as yourself, without magical power, do it yourself. But I think if you had, like...
I have slashing weapons that might come in handy with this.
Yeah. When are we going to do this transformation thing? Like, when we get in the middle room? Is that what we're all thinking here?
Yeah. When we confront the enemy? Because we got to show off how cool we are. That's like the magical schoolgirl way, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
It causes a lot of energy and is very conspicuous. So the transformation is...
Also, we're trying to do it at the most appropriately dramatic time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yep, so
is that the easiest way in? The bars? Because we have the double doors, and were the dogs patrolling in front of those doors?
Yeah, the way the map look, so like he's looking at a window that's to the left. There's the doors, and then down to the right was more light, and the puppies are right now like maybe 15 feet to the left of the doors. That's where they're doing their puppy play fun time in green dust.
So these doors aren't really guarded now because of the dogs being distracted.
Do you think we can
might
just
be able to walk in?
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop down.
I'm into that.
All right.
Okay.
Who's opening the door?
Not me. I don't want to succeed at things.
So it's double doors, so maybe like one girl to a door.
I want to open a door.
I'll be on the other side of the door.
Okay.
All right.
Open the door.
Susie's like, I'm here too.
I exist.
I'll open the door.
Okay. Okay, so sorry, outside of this game, GM perspective, putting doors in front of people in games is a bad idea sometimes.
Like,
you guys
check
are all
for
like
traps.
All right. Yes. Who's opening the door?
Did you push me out of the way to get to this door?
I'm eger, so maybe I would have.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah,
and I just let myself get pushed aside.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna open a door. Do I have to like do
roll
a girl?
Yeah, it's a huge door.
It's a huge door.
It's 12, 14 feet tall. It's about as tall as the window.
Okay.
And can I help?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm rolling girl too. I have more points than girl right now.
All right, let's roll.
You did it.
Girl.
I did it. Girl, go to magic.
I got 1.
You guys both did it.
I did it.
So take a girl stat and move it into magic. So the door opens.
We crushed that
silently because it's space.
It's a good door.
And it floats away.
You didn't realize your own strength.
I've heard of leaving through a door, but I never heard of a door leaving.
Oh, God.
Susie. So yeah, you walk in, and
that's why Jacob left you.
You walk in.
Damn, I think you need to move another point over here.
I just keep moving. I think I just keep making up boyfriend names.
Yeah, you do.
Jen doesn't even have an ex-boyfriend. You're just
I don't think
dishing whatever made-up hot
I
goss.
think you've got like 40 ex-girlfriends.
Sure.
And not a single ex-boyfriend.
Right.
But I don't know enough about any of you to care.
Jeez.
Just keep making a boyfriend.
It's still gossip.
It's shitty gossip.
Doesn't make up any less gossip.
All right. It's rumors at this point. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Just in every game we play here, in Shapeshift, I turn into the shitty one.
You really do. I don't know.
At some point, we all just like, none of these people even exist.
Stephanie, what's wrong with you?
Stephanie, what's wrong with you?
It's all fake.
Oh my fucking God.
You're just writing fan fiction for all your teammates.
I'm so lonely. I think about all the boys leaving you, and they're all the boys I like. 'Cause I want them to date me.
So you walk in, and to your left, you see puppies playing with each other in green dust down 15 feet. And to the right, you see a more concentrated level of light. And in your front is just a wall with magical torches.
I have to kind of clutch my heart because I see these puppies. And it's like one of the few things that'll actually break through my facade of
Your dark
goth girl of just puppies.
And I walk up to you. I said, "Now's not the time for pausing. we gotta keep going. We gotta keep moving forward."
Yes.
I shake my head. That's pretty good though.
Oh my God, I just got it.
Jen never got it.
I think the problem here is nobody's a leader.
We can't.
Well, because I don't want to. I mean, like you take the lead, and then that means you end up doing things, and then you die.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to lead you.
Fine, I'll fucking go. I'm going into the light. I mean, I'm the stealthy one.
I'm going to.
You're our face.
I'm going to.
Yeah. What's your order?
But it's like I'm not a leader. I'm just the face.
Denny has stayed with Susie for some reason. Even though you grabbed him and like started to like manhandle,
he liked it.
He liked it a lot.
He's nesting on my head. Or my
Who has the big hair? Yeah, your unkempt hair.
My unkempt hair. Yeah.
So he's like nesting.
He's a hobbit. He's a hobbit-sized ring.
Yeah, so it's pretty heavy, but it's the moon. Yeah. So it's not so bad. And birds are lighter to begin with.
For comical effect, he actually does fashion it into a nest, so her hair's kind of like.
Yes, exactly.
It's perfect.
Yep.
I think we go. I will take up the rear.
Okay.
It's time for me to run much more fastly.
You said you took up the rear, but I'm walking slow and trying to like naturally go to the rear, just slowing everyone.
So you're like fighting for last place.
To the point where they're just like slow.
No. She's just casually like walking, like just very slowly.
I go toward the light.
I'm walking slower.
All right.
They're going to the light.
So you guys are walking down to the light, and it's getting brighter and brighter. And then as you get to the source of the light, you see that there's a concentration here of like 3 torches, and then a door, and then 3 more torches. And this door is like a normal door, like a house door. More doors.
Susie looks at the door skeptically.
Let's crack this bad boy open. We didn't see anyone on the Dennytron.
Dennytron doesn't really show like entities walking around. It's just the floor plan.
Mm-hmm. You know what? That's fine. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Can I try to see what's on the other side of the door first?
We have love, death, time, and water. We're fine.
Mm-hmm. She's going to do her divination.
That was 2, right?
Yeah.
And this is magic.
Yeah.
That's a 1. Sweet.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. So behind the door, you see it's empty. But because you did such a good job divining, you notice that there are certain parts of the floor that look more worn than other parts. And then there's like basically it's the same kind of chamber setup as the like you're
Is it
now.
Like a worn path? Like that's where people step, or like there used to be other stuff in this room?
It's obviously some sort of path through the room. Like it doesn't look like, oh, this was where a table was.
So it definitely looks like a trap.
Sure. That's what your bones say to you. They rattle. And as you're divining, you hear a yip to your right.
No!
A little puppy is coming down the hallway and comes up to Susie and looks so happy.
I'm like, oh, aren't you so cute?
And then as soon as you say that, you see that its mouth opens wide.
Oh, fuck.
And like its teeth are super sharp. And he lets out a woo!
He's a siren. Oh, God.
I look at him and say, see, well, now why'd you got to do that? And you ruined it.
And then his little claws shink out, and they look very sharp and drippy.
Okay.
Drippy?
Clarissa, I think this is your chance.
And then here comes you hear more little paw scraping.
All right.
Can we duck into this room? But like, guys, we have to be really careful in this room. I think there's places we can't step.
Yeah, I think we should definitely go into the room, get away from.
So what does Susie do as soon as that happening?
Well, I say, now you ruined it, and then I give him a good roundhouse kick in the head because I'm a martial arts girl. And then I follow the others through the door.
Please, martial out.
That's a girl, isn't it?
Yeah, roll girl. God damn.
That's a 3. That's over my girl. So I fail. I guess I miss. I swoop over his head or something like that, and it's like, oh shit!
And you kick the wall.
I follow my butt and I just scramble towards the door. Basically, I'm like, oh shit!
I drag you into the door.
Yeah, there you go.
More and more puppies are coming.
So now I got more girl.
Let's get inside. Let's shut this door. Are we all inside the room now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna cast some death magic
on
the other side of this door. So.
Oh shit!
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lean against this door. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming they're like banging on the door.
Yeah, like as you're pushing against the door, you hear scrapes happening, but also the sizzling is happening, and you can see that the wood is starting to like smoke.
So here's how my death magic works.
Squirt it. Squirt the door.
I'm leaning against the door. I close my eyes, and I'm kind of like I'm holding my choker, and my hair starts kind of frizzing up, and then my eyes open, and they're pure white. And I guess I should roll for this.
And you're using death magic?
Yes, this is my because I'm also a teen witch, so I would say 2d6 I'd be rolling.
Okay.
So I just need to get under. Fuck. I failed that.
Water gun.
Time to do something.
So you hear the puppies out there start growling.
Okay.
Like obviously your magic touched them, but it didn't happen. And they start furiously crawling at the door. So and then you start to see where claw marks are. Mm-hmm. It's starting to burn through the wood in streaks.
Let's say one of those claws hit me, scrape my back as I was leaning it, and that's what threw me off.
Okay.
The magic.
Yeah. You got nicked by a
puppy.
Nicked by a puppy.
Could I use my time harpoon and give them another chance to do the death magic?
Sure.
All right. My magic number is 4, and I got a 2.
All right. So basically she's giving you a chance to reroll your damage. So what does that look like when you shoot your harpoon into the...
I think there's a lot of spirals, it's kind of ribboning around and grasping almost tentacles.
Yeah.
It's pretty anime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this basically a split where you're for a second it's rewinding and it's like a ghost.
You do have time magic.
It does have time magic. Yeah.
So it undoes the injury and it undoes the damage on the door.
Mm-hmm. And you get to undo your movement.
Oh, sweet.
But I'm very close to being consumed by the magic.
All right. So I'm going to re-roll.
Okay, spread some hot goss.
All right, I got 3. Okay, so here's how this works. I have my eyes closed and then I open and they're pure white, and immediately there is a second twin shadow right next to me who has pure white eyes. The figured shadow walks through the door and into the crowd of all of the monsters. Just a cloud of just death. This black fog that just envelops all of the Shiba monsters.
Yeah, cloud kill is what you just did. So you hear out there the cries of puppies. Puppies have been dealt with.
They've been fucking murdered.
And then my twin walks back up to me and we hold hands and the shadow disappears.
Oh, that's really
fucking rad.
That's really cool.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty fucking cool.
I made puppies fall in love.
I kill puppies.
All right, so now you're in this room and you're standing on one, and these tiles are pretty huge. Think slabs of rock.
Yeah.
And the lighting in here is pretty dim.
Is the wear obvious on them?
Not to anybody but you.
Okay. So I'm going to have to direct them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I do that.
All right.
But you're about, if you succeed at anything, you're going to spiral into...
Right. I've been trying to think of some gossip.
Yeah, hot goss.
Hot goss is easy. It doesn't matter.
Now's the time to make so many anime comments. You just...
You're a prep. Maybe you're talking about someone's test scores or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I probably help grade tests.
You probably see everyone.
I am the smart one. You could shit
Oh.
and yeah.
Isn't that too bad you just failed that history test?
Fuck you. Yeah.
All right, that works.
Straight up.
As I say, history's in the past, the future is now.
Oh my
Susie.
gosh, we're so catty.
Who needs
We're all-
history anyway?
Yeah.
Everyone, Susie is pure as the driven snow.
Susie's so pure.
The driven yellow snow. I'm sure it wasn't just the history.
Wow.
Dang.
Just because I mentioned she had a boyfriend.
How about we put all this gossip
You don't know my
behind
life.
us
I
and move
don't
forward?
know your life.
Poor Susie.
We're just trying to keep everyone together.
Try to keep everyone together, be
See,
positive.
I think the real trouble is we don't have a leader, do we?
Well, I guess you are the brain, so we're probably looking to you of hey, what should we do?
Oh shit, I should think of something.
You guys keep saying that, but you guys keep forgetting we did have a leader, but she died. Because you couldn't control your death magic.
And then you see a flashback, where you see the pink what do we call you guys? I can't remember what we called you guys. MetaWarriors.
MetaWarriors.
You see the pink MetaWarrior wearing her mirror mask, and as she's trying to keep you all together, tries to do one last magical power against a giant truck.
Transformer.
Yeah. And she's you guys, no matter what, remember to stay together. And then she shatters and goes into the cosmos.
Oh,
She was the only one keeping us together.
Yeah, pretty much.
and now Susie's trying with her bad jokes to keep everybody together. Because bad jokes is all she knows.
This team just got sad.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very Monica right now.
So, is there any symbols on these tiles or anything?
All you have to go by is what she divined, and the magic she cast, it's still kind of on the tiles. You can see where your magic kind of was able to divine this path through here.
Oh, well, yeah.
And it's starting to fade. Like, your magic doesn't have, like, everlasting...
Okay. Well, I'm pretty smart. I can probably remember it. I mean, how many tiles are there?
Well, it's a hallway that's probably, like, 15 feet wide, and the slabs are probably about, 4 by 4 feet, and so it doesn't seem really bad as far as you can see right now.
There's not, like, a million of them. Okay.
But again, this is like a circular thing, so you're gonna have to walk around this.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start stepping on the mystic juju path tiles.
Keep going. So we said that the lighting in here is like dim, and so instead of it being like how it was out there, where it was like every 5 feet, it feels like this is like more like every 20 feet there might be a lantern.
Okay. I will go to the right.
Okay.
Counterclockwise.
You start making your way down. And as you start making your way down, you see the stones getting smaller and smaller.
Until they're too small.
Until they're like, foot size.
Tiptoe size.
And off in the distance, you could see more, like you basically rounded a corner.
Yeah.
So you're at the other opposite side from where you were standing. And you can see that there's light source there.
So I'm going the right way.
You're going the right way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
following.
I will tippy toe.
All right. Give me a girl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Give me a girl. That sounds really creepy.
My girl's at 3. Fuck no.
So you're stepping out, and could have, if you were nimble enough, maybe the ballet dancer should have went.
The judo ballet girl.
Foot just misses
I know
by
a couple of those.
like a hair. Like, not even like, you had to be really precise.
If it was a video game, I would say that's bullshit.
Well, the hitbox is different in reality. So
I done goofed.
You start to hear noise, and from the cracks, there's a fine mist that's starting to creep up to you.
Okay.
What color is that mist?
God.
It's very silvery. And as it's going up to you, you start to breathe it in.
Well, we got
running
helmets on. Space helmets.
Magical helmets.
This magical gas.
Yeah, welcome to magic.
No.
Which one is more magical?
The gas.
Fucking Denny. Can't even make good
Denny
helmets.
starts flapping his wings. Oh my god!
You're spreading it around. Please calm down.
Super soaker.
Super soaker. What am I going to do with this?
It's gonna soak the gas.
Soak the gas?
That's not how the gas works.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's not
But
really how
I
it
wish
works.
it was.
Unless, like, the only way I could see that working is like if we were in a room and then the hose was like below level and I just fill up the room to the point where it's like covered up.
You have magical powers. Like,
Can I fill up the room like that?
you would have to use a good magical roll.
I'll do it, but it's time for everybody to get a little get. What am I thinking of? Time to get our feet wet.
Are you so you're filling up the room with water so we can swim through? Is that
Yeah,
what's
pretty
okay,
much.
cool.
Yeah, at least
That
so
works.
it stops the gas.
It
from,
starts to hit your nose.
but then again, it would
Oracle.
bubble up through the water and into the air. It still would come out regardless, wouldn't it?
Depends on the density.
Depends
on
on your
the
magic
density.
water.
Yeah.
Depends on my magic water.
Magic.
What setting do you use on your super soaker?
Water.
Mist.
Well, I'm not
Use mist
transformed. I don't
counteract.
have my super soaker. I was just going to take my silly flower and go, and it just shoots out water. Yeah, can I do that? Can I make like a solid block of water? Like, because it's magical, I can keep it held there.
You
like
can do whatever your
That's what I'll
beautiful
do.
mind wants.
That's what I'll do. I will like make a water kind of wall like thing and block up the hose area and just kind of like keep it there with my water bending technique until we're out of here safely. Okay,
Roll magic.
I'm gonna roll my magic.
Two.
All
right, what's your roll? The face.
It's 3. It went back to normal after I screwed up kicking over that dog's head.
Okay, so you're the face, right?
Yeah, I'm the face.
I'm going to say this is part of your skill because you're very calm when you're doing this.
Yeah.
Whatever, guys.
I'm making a joke like, "Good for your tongue or a few wet," or whatever. I don't know.
Susie turned into a 40-year-old man.
More
just
impressive
I'm
is
mocking
Brother
myself.
John
Yeah.
turned into a 40-year-old man.
So roll 2 and take the lowest.
That's it. I got a 5 and a 6.
That was my first roll too.
We've been rolling high.
Yeah.
All of us.
Wait, you didn't do it?
I didn't do it. I messed it up. I goofed. I guess I'm more girl than magic. So then I just squirt the thing and it just like.
Now we're drowning and
And being choked by poison.
Basically, all that happened was like, now your feet are wet. It's like, time to get your
standing
feet
in this
wet.
puddle now.
Now you're in puddle.
Is there any windows or any
guess-
openings?
Now that you can see.
Okay.
I guess the joke's on me on this one, guys.
As you say that, the mist hits your nose. The first one to get it.
Yeah.
What is something? No. Let's see. What is something that's been stressing you out lately?
My dad's been battling cancer.
Oh, I fucking hate you. I was like,
what kind of cancer?
It gets super real.
Butt cancer.
Butt cancer. Is it nut or butt?
Nut or
both.
It's nut or butter cancer.
He has all the cancer.
His lower region is just made of tumors.
What was it? Was it your father who was a rocket scientist or whatever? Yeah, he works with him, and he got exposed to too much nuclear stuff, and he's like,
been snorting jet fuel,
something like that.
So when the smoke hits your nose, you start hearing in the back of your like hearing in the room, like the beep. Beep,
Susie, I don't have much time left.
Beep, yes, of medical equipment and worrying. And
why are you spending so much time adventuring?
I had this horrible, my guys had this horrible. Okay, so like jokingly, even though like before he was like, "You got pee on the joystick." Go away. He's like in his death. He's like in the hospital. He's like, "There's some things you can't pee on." Let it go away.
Your father.
Please say that again. That was amazing.
Yeah, he's like, okay, so like after her, like he's like in the hospital bed and he's like weak. He's like, Susie, there's some things you can't whisk away with pee.
Your father is truly the best of us.
Whiz away.
And then he passes out, and she's like, Dad, no.
So you're that's what you're reliving now. It's in this room. You're here. You're back in that scene with your father,
right?
And you guys all start hearing him go, Dad, no! Or start hearing Susie go, Dad, no! Dad!
I'm just tugging on your sleeve, trying to get you back.
I'm giving you guys an opportunity to try to figure out another way to get...
Can we not just run for the door?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm doing that.
Fucking go.
Fuck it. I'm grabbing Susie.
I don't really like having a Deus Ex Machina of just always rewind time.
I'm just gonna girl run.
Okay.
Just like full sprint. I want to grab Susie if I can.
Okay, yeah, you can grab Susie. Or you just... I won't make you roll to get to the door. You can just do that, get to the door.
And then try and run through the door.
Okay, you're just gonna...
Is this the door
Are you Kool-Aid Manning it through the door? Okay, then...
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to roll.
You could roll, girl.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can Krav Maga yourself.
I
through
do.
It. Okay.
Yeah, you just
Tell me how you get through this door.
So Susie is like wigging out, like full on. This is normal Susie crying, screaming. Was that a seizure?
She's seizing.
Like, Jesus. Oh, Dad. You know.
So I grab Susie, probably by the hair, and I start running with her.
Denny starts flapping.
I was about to say, the birds in the hair.
Yeah.
And it's actually dispelling, it's actually moving some of the gas around. Yep.
That's good. And then I run on I'm just completely ignoring the tippy tiles. Like, I'm not even trying anymore.
Whatever.
And then I shoulder check the door open.
Sweet. Sounds great.
Can I grab Clarissa's hand and run?
Aw.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think because you Krav Maga the door open, I think you guys can all just get through there.
Okay.
And so you barrel in. The mist follows you in, but it's like dissipating as it hits the door. It'll take about 3 or 4 seconds before you just come out of it. Mm-hmm. And when you get into the room, you see this giant mass of like a crystalline feature just swirling in the middle. And out from behind the crystal, you see this tall figure, pure white hair, like no bangs, just like parted down the middle. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, ma'am.
She's an adult. I will say that. She's an adult.
I think we're lost.
On the moon?
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad turn.
It took a wrong turn. That's my bit. I tell the jokes.
You're not feeling very funny right now with your dead dad.
Bitch.
Damn.
My God.
Lose some more points.
Are we?
Was that hot goss?
That was a hot goss.
I wasn't trying to goss, but yeah, I think that was hot goss.
Because like you guys haven't transformed yet at all, so
No,
she's like
we're
you're
not
like
even-
literally just like teenagers in this
We're not even
chamber.
superheroes yet.
No,
Well, we were on a field trip at NASA.
Where my dad works.
I don't think any school on that planet has the budget to take 4 children to the moon for a field trip.
We've got some great donors.
Excuse me. I'm not a child. I'm a woman.
She looks you up and down, and you're like, what are you wearing
That's not what your ex-boyfriend said.
God damn it. Fuck you.
I'm moving that point.
Yeah, you should.
That was a solid point.
That was actually a good one.
Yeah. Are you wearing, what are you wearing right now?
Probably my school uniform. I think it's like slacks and a jacket.
And she just shakes her head. Child.
Want me to spray you some water, magic water, Stephanie? Because you're going to need something for that burn.
That's hot goss.
Did she get burned? I missed that.
Why is there so much goss?
I don't know. Okay, so
it's metaphorical. It's metaphorical, Jen. Oh, gosh.
I hate you all. Okay. And
the hatred makes the game better.
I know. I guess. I don't know. So anyway.
This is how our group works.
And then she snaps the fingers, and these like shadow-like figures start coming out from the walls, and they are coming towards you. Restrain them. We'll deal with them later. We have so much work to do right now. And so these shadows start to come towards you, and they're going to fight you or restrain you.
I think it's time for transformation.
I think it's time for
transformation.
Yeah.
It's transformation time.
MetaWarriors.
Insert music now.
Heavy metal music plays.
Oh, is it heavy metal music?
It's like sugar metal. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
I like the mix of metal and then like something hype, like bells or something like that. Like chimes.
So baby metal.
Yes.
Baby metal.
This is your guys' like spot. Like your anime intro was by Baby Metal.
Yeah, there you go. For my transformation, I take them off my brooch and I throw it into the air, and it turns into like a giant shower head, and then like sprays me with a torrent of water. But as soon as the water is done, I'm like got like a snorkel and stuff on. No, I got the mask. Never mind. But then I got my swim trunks on, and then I got a super soaker all ready and everything, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's great. So you do the arms crossed, peace signs out.
Peace sign, like, yeah, what's up?
All right.
Mine's changed a little bit. My shadow twin comes up to me.
Shin Megami.
Yeah, we're holding one hand, and she uses her other hand to grab my choker and rip it off.
Nice.
And then she goes into you, and then that's your suit?
Yeah, so like...
Okay.
So I have my because I have two sides.
Yeah.
So I'm holding one in my hand, and my twin is right next to me, mirrored, holding the other side.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Fuck, I feel lame now.
No, tell me yours.
I just have these gorgeous ribbons that move in a clockwise manner around my lithe body.
Yes.
There you go.
I take my pin, stick it in the ponytail, make sure it's all tied up, and then like almost like rose petals just pop up in front of me, and then they fall away, and I'm fully clothed in my green outfit, and then I whip off the belt that I have that's like one of those like linked belt things, and I snap it, and it turns into, and it like straightens out into a bow, like a short bow form.
Yeah.
And I pull one of my hairs out and make my string.
Nice.
I
love
like
it. I love it. Does anybody say anything?
We got to say something about MetaWarriors.
Yeah,
something like to get us pumped and primed in a team working manner.
We don't have a team leader anymore.
So you all strike your pose.
Yeah, we all say it. How about we all just say it? It's a team effort. Susie makes you guys do it.
It takes us 2 or 3 tries.
Because you're like, what was your leader's name?
I can't hear you.
It was Jessica, right?
Jessica. Yeah.
Jessica.
So Susie's like, what would Jessica do?
What would Jessica do? Yeah. Like, I don't. She would be like, she would like kick them all in the butt and make them say it. She's like, Jessica would want us to say it because she was the leader of the cheerleader squad. She knows that doing things as a team is what makes them stick together as a team. So it's like
that sounds like a flashback. Do you want to have? Did you need to move anything?
No. I am for girl right now. I don't want any more girl. I need more man.
No, you'd get a magic if it's that kind of flashback.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Flashback.
Okay. Yeah. Then that's a flashback. Yeah. I want to move. I want to get some magic back.
Yeah. There you go.
You gotta do it for the team, Susie. I got hit by a truck. whatever
yes, that was true. Technically,
that wasn't the canon.
That's canon.
Sounds like a voice from the heavens. You gotta keep them together, Susie. I got hit by a truck.
No, like she turned into the crystalline form, like we talked about.
Yeah,
and then the truck monster just and then she explodes into a million pieces.
It is that horrible truck from Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. Oh God, the most stressful truck.
Stressful truck.
All right, so you guys all do your final pose and...
Okay, ready? Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wish on MetaWarriors.
and then they like, and then glitter cannons from behind us with pyrotechnics.
Hell yes.
I fixed it. Good.
Yeah.
So obviously she turns back around really quick and goes, "Not you! How did you get past my puppy patrol?"
They're all dead.
Very carefully. Oh, well.
Should have hired better watchdogs.
She has a cloak on and she just drops it. And so she's wearing it's like, yeah, she's like, no!
Oh.
And she's wearing a aquamarine looking jumpsuit like your guys's, but it's deep cut.
Deep V.
And it's been like Kristen's face.
I'm just loving that we're all in jumpsuits.
Yes.
What was my face?
You're like, but hers is deep cut,
Yeah.
and you can see that her gem is like this long
Because evil
necklace.
is sexy. So.
Oh yeah, of course. But it's like a cat. It's like a pant cat suit. So it goes into like short crop boots. When she does her magical transformation, well, actually, what happens is she reaches into her necklace and she pulls out a whip.
We better watch out. She might know
Crystal
mixed martial arts.
And you hear a slap and goes, No, this cannot be happening. I'm so close. And she goes to start to whip.
Does she have the mirror mask?
Are there
Maybe she has the mirror mask, but all the mirrors are cracked.
Yeah, it's like half of it's cracked.
Yeah.
So like you can see her you can see her left eye, and then it's kind of like spiderwebbed cracked out the rest.
Are there still the goons trying to restrain us, or did they just give up because we transformed?
No, they're still coming towards you. There's like only like 4 of them. There's only 4 to take care of you. 4.
Are they like solid shadows?
No, they look kind of wispy. All right, we'll do actions first. So she goes to whip Susie. Let's deal with Susie first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a dodge roll out of the way and like get into like a position like where I'm like got the rifle prepared or whatever, my super rifle. I'm gonna sit it to soak her head, I guess. Like my settings like come up out of random, whatever
sure.
I'm thinking of. And I'm just like, yeah, go soak your head, and then I just shoot her with like this strong blast of water right at her face, and I'm gonna have to roll for magic, I guess, because that's me using my
and roll 2d6 and take the lowest because you're being the face.
I'm being the face, and I'm being goofy, whatever.
I don't like that.
4.
It's not
That's
something
over.
you should like.
It's over.
It's over.
4,
so you'll have to move one
So
thing.
your girl goes up 1, your magic goes down.
I'll have to do a flashback in order to do to get more magic.
Right.
You just have to succeed. So
Yeah.
even if you do a girl thing.
I know.
So you shoot the cannon at her, and you see her just sidestep out of the way. Like you didn't get hit by the whip,
right.
but she sidesteps out of the way and goes, "You're gonna have to do better than that." Let's go to back to you guys who are. There's still the 4 shadowy black things coming at you.
So my twin is merged with me, so the scythe is large. So I'm using the large scythe to just slash all the shadows around me.
Okay, sounds good.
And what roll would that be? That would
Magic.
be
You're using your
girl or
magical weapon. You're using your magical weapon.
Okay, that's true. That's 4 and under, so I succeed. My magic is really high. My magic is 4 right now, and it's going to be 5.
Shit! You drop low and spin your scythe around, and you get the legs of these creatures, and they start to fizzle and disappear.
Okay.
How many of them?
Let's say 3, because he didn't want to scythe you.
Okay.
You took out 3.
Okay.
Good job.
Sweet.
There's one left, and there's a lady who just now dodged out of a...
It was like a high pressure torrent that just like a Blastoise blast.
I want to do a girl thing and like dive and try to do a judo throw on her.
Okay.
That's over, so that's a fail.
Oh, damn it. What ends up happening is one of the shadows shoots out and it grabs onto the bottom of your heel of your foot and pulls you down.
Pulls me.
No.
Pulls her.
Kristin.
So,
or, excuse me,
So
Jen.
wait, I failed a girl. So does that mean I get to move a point?
yeah,
back?
you
Okay,
have to
great.
move a point into girl. While everyone has like slashing and distracting, and Jen is glogged up with the one of the shadows by her suckitude. I would like to sneak around behind the witch lady because she tried to, she's in the middle of it, and I'm going to try and steal her brooch, her necklace off of her neck.
Nice.
Okay.
You are stealthy.
I am stealthy. This is within my role and my girlness. I'd like to do a girl sneak.
Yep.
I get it.
Damn. So describe to me what you exactly happened.
So like, I think it's all fairly simultaneous.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. This is like 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Yeah.
And so like, she's like just whipping at Susie, and like I'm going to start ducking around behind the whirlwind of death.
Which is the fog. What happens is the fog from the shadow gives you cover as it dissipates.
And so Jen tries to tackle her, and so she's like, "Wah!" And I'm just gonna sneak around through the fog and like jump behind her and like try and rip off her necklace.
I think you do it if you succeeded. So you rip her necklace off.
Yes.
And as you do that, her whip just dissipates. And she snaps back to you, and you could see that one left eye just get really big.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'd like to use my love magic and purify it.
All right, roll me magic. That's cocked as fuck.
Look at that.
Whoa.
But I did roll a 1 with the other one.
Yeah.
So
okay,
definitely.
So describe to me what this looks like as you're doing it.
Necklace thing in my hand, and she's like jumping and like trying to turn around and beat the shit out of me. I hold it in my hands and I crush it, and I think about all the good memories I have with my team. Like we're all fucking assholes, but
Good memories.
It's a beach trip.
But like, goddamn,
So
do I love these girls?
Going for the flashback scene?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's nice.
I don't know, but
And Stephanie making up all those boyfriends.
yeah, like we're awful to each other, but
Right.
I love them, and
Right.
so like I just channel.
Your problematic fave.
What if none of us are bad to Stephanie, but she keeps perceiving that we're all being
Yeah,
terrible?
like you're bringing her a
I
cake,
think
and she's
so.
like, yeah.
And
they
so-
just want to get me fat.
You're literally all I have going for my life right now, and so I channel all that love and goodness and into the gem, and there's like the flowing green light and a big old heart explosion, and I pull it out, and it has turned into. Her whip is like crystal. Like is she like purple magic-y?
She's aquamarine.
She's
Okay.
So bluish green.
Yeah, so that's like an alt color.
Yeah.
I think I purify it and it turns into purple
Aww.
because she was originally one of the girls.
As soon as you do that and that whole thing happens, you see her drop to her knees and the mask falls off and shatters in front of her. And she just starts kind of crying and going, I don't know. Where am I? But the big gem that's in the middle is still circling.
Yeah.
And you can see that it's like it kind of looks like it's starting to like vibrate violently. Like maybe it's
no
unstable or something. Susie, you're the closest one to it.
I'm the closest.
Oh, by the way, when the gem purified the other shadow, obviously poofed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will use my girl abilities to determine what's wrong with it.
All right. Yeah.
I'm just going to see if, like, I guess I'm just using my intuition and gut instincts to tell me if we're going to blow up or something. So, because I got more girl, and that would be in my favor.
Go for it. Hopefully you see it.
I got a 1.
Yay.
Booyah.
So you're looking inside, and you can see a tangible gem in the middle of it.
Okay.
And it's floating there, and your intuition says, from all the anime I watched, maybe if I remove that gem from the middle, everything would be fine.
Right. Okay. But this field is, I don't know if it's dangerous or not. Maybe I can have Denny test it for me. Hey, Denny, why don't you go get that gem in the middle there?
Okay.
I don't know if I missed it. Was Astrid from like an old squad, or is she one that used to be
I don't know.
ours?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
And this is like the season's finale, so maybe it would be next season you would find out more.
My gut is that she was from an older squad of.
Yeah.
I mean, she's older than you guys.
Yeah, and we don't remember palling around with her.
She's the next Green Ranger in the next season.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny, go get the gem, bruh. Bruh.
Are you trying to convince this?
I'm trying to convince Denny. Yeah, can I use my girl to try to convince him? Be like, Denny, why don't you go in there and get it for me? I'm kind of pooped from using all this magic. You know how it is. Ooh-wee. Woo, woof. It would be nice if I had a pair of wings so I could just fly in there and go get it for me. I'm going to roll for that? Or,
Yeah.
I'm convincing him.
Oh,
Yeah. I rolled a 2. I got under. I did it.
yay. Denny goes, okay, I get it. All right, I'll go get the gem. So you see him fly closer to the energy field, and when he flies through it, his form kind of like wavers a little bit, but he's able to grab it and push through the rest of the energy field and come out to the other side. And as he does that, the energy field just goes, and he drops the gem in front of Jen.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Does it do anything to me?
No.
Okay, we're cool.
Yeah. And you guys just have this gem now.
What
Okay.
color is it?
It is aquamarine. the longer you're holding it, the more you can feel like some
energy
in it that doesn't feel great.
Okay.
This is where I take out my super soaker and I change the setting to need a hand, and the water comes out and forms a hand and grabs the gem and holds it, and just that's how I contain the gem.
Denny goes, "This is strange and new. I've never seen one of these gems before. Good job, guys. You saved the world."
And all the girls go, "Yay!" Right?
Now you never have to talk to each other again. Until
I was actually
next time. And then we port back to where we were.
You're like, yeah, and then they start to walk off, and like Denny's like, all right, I'll send you guys home, and he sends them all home, and then like as Saul's standing there, and just Denny by himself, and he turns to the camera, and his third eye opens up, and it's like a different color than it's normally, and it's very sinister, and it's like season 2.
Thank you. Yeah. I lost energy near the end.
Season 2 coming January 20.
There just has to be some kind of ominous cliffhanger, like, you know, like then, or Denny shows up in front of a bunch of cloaked figures. It's like, the mission is almost complete. It's like, oh, thank you, Denny. They all talk in monotone voices.
Denny pukes up a slug.
Yes. Perfect.
My twin walks off and I say, goodbye, Jessica.
Oh, no.
And she returns to the upside down.
You see the camera tilt.
She's standing next to me, but she just flips upside down.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Magical girls are fucked up.
Yeah, for real. All right, let's talk about this game real quick. I felt bad running this game.
I think we just didn't have a lot. It was a combination of not really having the leader, but then like the usual things of being afraid of doors and like
I had to make up this all on the fly. Like, this was ridiculous, right? Like, I felt the same way about lasers and feelings. Like, I feel the same way right now.
Well, I was
that episode was great.
Talking to you earlier about how I felt pretty uncomfortable with Honey Heist too, and I think it was just. I mean, part of it is that I'm new. And so it's hard for me to like keep track of all the threads and then also think of what can I do to help the group and what is me not stepping on somebody else's toes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
I mean,
just gaming it is really hard for me still.
Yeah.
I had less of a problem with that this time for myself, but my character was a tag-along and a goth and wouldn't be like, let's go do this.
Right.
It was more like, you know, I couldn't do that in character.
Right.
So like that didn't help things progress.
I think my character definitely could have been the one doing that, but I didn't want to monopolize everything.
Yeah, I know. It's hard
it's hard to balance that.
And I had a tough time with Honey Heist too, from what I remember. I mean, I thought it was fun, but it was hard for me to get behind being a honey badger.
There was just, there's not a whole lot of direction.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I felt like in this, because like from what I remember from the entire experience we just had, we were on the moon, there's dogs, and there was a witch lady, and the shadow thing, and I was like, okay.
Right.
And it was fun. I didn't have a good grasp on my character. Like I made it up, but I think she was all right.
Yeah,
she
was like,
fine. She's not.
I think all the characters seemed fairly well rounded.
Yeah, they felt all right, but I was like, I had more fun playing as Brittany and what was it?
Monster Hearts
too. Like, I was like, I don't know why, but you know.
Right. And that's the thing, like for me running this game, like I literally lost steam at the end. I was like, I have to make all this stuff up as I'm going, and improv is super, super hard.
We weren't making it easy on you.
No. We were making it easy on
we were definitely a group who had lost its leader, Jessica.
Yeah.
We acted like we didn't really have a
once we figured that
plan.
out, I was like, oh, this whole thing makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of weird because we're like, we're not a group that's learning to work together. We're supposed to be playing a group that's been together for a long time.
For a season finale,
And it's hard to corroborate like what you...
I would rather have done like the first episode.
Yeah, I guess that makes it pretty weird. Like,
because it's hard to figure out where we all came from and how we all kind of work together in that sense. And
if we're supposed to be a cohesive team already, then it's weird to have this mechanic where... Okay, well, you just be catty to one another in order to get your points to where you need to go. Like, how is that
Dish hot
like,
gossip.
Yeah.
I guess gossip didn't have to necessarily be negative.
No.
Like we were pretty negative with it.
Yeah, well, because gossip has a negative spin to it.
What would positive, like...
talking about people that we know in school, or like...
Jen, I heard you did really well on that test.
Yeah, it's like sharing secrets between teenagers of like, oh, did you hear what Mr. blah, 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 blah?
I don't know what that's like.
But at the same time,
I didn't live that.
I think one of the things that we're supposed to do in this game was that you're supposed to retroactively build up your characters, and figure out where you guys stand with each other by flashbacks, you know, and be like, oh well, me and what's her name? I only know her Ruby.
Clarissa.
Clarissa. Shoot. Like I could have been like, oh, me and Clarissa were in art class, and I helped Clarissa do some art stuff, and like gave her a constructive criticism. Unlike the asshole teacher just gave her an F because dragons aren't real. You can't draw dragons, or skeleton dragons are dumb because you're goth, whatever.
Yeah. So I always wonder, like for me, this will be the episode after Monster Hearts 2. I loved Monster Hearts 2, and I ran that really pretty well. And I think it's one of those things where, again, I felt like I had to have a plot.
There's nothing to hold on to in this game. Like, and I don't mean that, like there's no... Mechanically, there's no moves. There's no structure.
Right.
And so any problems that this system has get magnified by the fact that there's nothing inherently with a backbone to it.
Right.
So, like... Mechanically, every time you succeed at something, you get magic.
Yeah.
And, like, that's always how it works. Like, even if you succeed at a really girly thing, you always get magic. And so, I think the flashbacks would have been good, but you don't need the magic you get from doing a flashback if you succeed at anything you try.
Right.
And it's always about you trying to game the system and, like, okay, how can I make this a girl move?
Yeah, it was more gossip than flashbacks. And flashbacks would be more useful.
Because you get, and then, like, you're driven more, like, it decides what you can do by how well you roll.
Right.
And it didn't feel very good for me.
Well, and like from a GM perspective, like it always when I run this kind of game, it always makes me go, God, am I just really bad at GMing? And I'm not great, but at the same time, it's one of those like, what's me and what's the system? What's me and what's the system? Because there's definitely times during this game where there was just like dead silence. Like nobody knew what the fuck to do. And I'm supposed to propel that, but I'm basically building the game as you guys are walking into the game.
Like we need structure, but you need structure as a GM to come from the game also.
Right. And I do have basically what I did was I had to roll, who the big bad is, and which was a ruthless space queen, which I gave her a whip. And the crystals are being held in a haunted moon castle.
I thought the whip was to be kinky.
Yeah, well, that too. And then... aside from your guys are recovering a soul gem that I'm not gonna. It was supposed to be the Lost Princess's soul gem, but like the way that you guys were going through this, I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, who's this princess? And we've never talked about her. Again, coming from the point like we're retroactively building a story.
Yeah,
and then I have to build like but little do the girls know, there's only an hour until the world ends. And the security features are hallucinogenic gas and super cute venomous puppies. So that's where those came from.
Oh, I thought that was just totally off the top of your head.
No. Yeah. Like, I'm glad it sounded like it because it was. When I circled that, I was like, "This is cute." I love it.
It was cute. It was just, I mean, I think part of it also is that I don't really like it's the same troll I have with Blades in the Dark. The times we play it, I don't like really retroactively learning things about my character.
Yeah,
I like to know more about it to begin with. Right. And so, like, I would have liked this more if it was the first episode of the season, where, like, we all meet Denny.
I mean, it felt like that's how we were playing it, too.
Right. But it's, like, it's supposed to be, like, this is the end.
Like, because, like, by this time you would have had your power-ups to your magic weapons. Yeah. You could have literally you would have built up what your magic can do.
And we would have had
our losses wouldn't have been so, like, our fails wouldn't have been so, like, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
And one of the frustrating mechanics is the whole aspect of points going up and down between the two. Because, like, for example, in this theme of the game, we're in a season finale of an anime, and that mechanic just seems extremely chaotic, right? And it's like, you can't really maintain it that well.
Right.
Like, whereas games like with Honey Heist, it doesn't matter because it's just bears doing goofy stuff, and the whole point of the game is just to have fun and win or lose, whatever.
Well, and I think I think that's what's hard about this is like you said, if it was like a more, I think because we know our tropes, we know anime, it's hard to play that Honey Heist way. Yeah. Where it's like, I can do whatever I want, I'm a fucking bear, who gives a shit? Where it's like you're playing as girls that have dads who have cancer. And
I just really wanted to get super real.
Yeah, I know. It was like literally a bomb dropped and we're like, oh shit, what?
And then the cancer jokes for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
that was pretty bad. But
I think the threshold was too small. Like if it was, because you just have those 6 points. If it were like a D10, that would be a lot more room to actually do stuff.
Because I mean, I remember I reached several points where it's like, I don't want to do anything because it's like, if I do.
And as a GM, I felt that. I'm like, well, what do I do to get people to, and then me literally building the castle as you guys are walking, like that was the first, like, I felt like shit. Yeah. Like I wanted to put a puzzle in there with the magic lanterns or magic torches, and I was like, not going to do that.
I was going to flood the room.
Because nobody will want to do it, because nobody wants to even open a door. And it's like, this lady on the moon is in a castle and all the doors are wooden. And her security features are literally dogs, gas, and then her shadow-haunted moon castle minions. And you don't know who she is. It's you just now found out. And like playing Denny, the stupid fucking raven, like I wish I could get... This just reiterates how much I need to work on with improv and describing and letting myself go and being more free with how I act.
You were talking earlier about how there wasn't, we cared too much because we weren't just bears and it was whatever, but there was some extra tension there. Like there was no downtime. I think that if we had felt like there was downtime, we wouldn't have had that kind of problem.
Right.
And also, like, another thing is, like, I don't want to go batshit because then I can't play anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Like so we can die. And it's a 1 hour game.
Like I was very, very close, like 2 actions in, I almost like went full magic because I kept succeeding.
Right. And even if you have 2 points in magic, like I couldn't use that magic because you still have to roll under 2.
Yeah.
It's a very weird,
it's unusable.
It's hard to balance the role play aspect and also trying to keep track of, like, am I going to die? Because mechanically this game is very much like... Also, I think another thing is, like, so I've been doing a lot of, like, I guess I could have done better as that's another thing is, like, I don't know sometimes how I'm supposed to handle, like, one-shots like this. Yes, go ahead.
In games like this especially, I think, like, you joked about it earlier at the beginning, but... games like this, it really usually is more fun just making the characters and talking about the shit they do.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Like, that was more fun than actually making them go through the season finale.
Yeah.
So
right. Like, it makes me wonder, if somebody who is better skilled at GMing would handle this better.
This game does feel like you have to have really quick improvisational skills, right? Because these games aren't intended to last that long.
Yeah, and we're at 2 hours and 45 minutes right now.
I think that definitely ties in what Kristin was saying about retroactive stories and not stepping on people's toes. Like with this kind of game, you have to do that, and you have to be okay with doing that.
Yeah,
because it's meant to be that short.
Yeah.
Like I felt kind of bad when I was dishing the hot goss,
it's
and I was giving everybody boyfriends.
Now that I think about it, it's kind of like the Quiet Year, the map game we all play, where we just make up stuff and you just gotta roll with it. Yeah. You know, that's kind of like the mindset we should have had coming into this. Is just we're gonna have to make up stuff and just roll with it. Yeah.
Right. And I
wasn't sure what was okay with everybody and whatnot.
Right,
so
and that's another thing is like
why I was hesitant. On some things.
At some point, it's like I felt like we were talking so much about your guys' characters. I was like, we got to start playing this game.
Yeah,
I actually had questions for you guys. Like, what's something that is stressing you out? What makes you nervous? What disgusts you the most? What's been preoccupying your mind? Who on the team do you enjoy working alongside? What makes them fun? Who annoys you? What do they do? Who can you rely on? Why do you feel that way? Who helped you overcome a personal challenge? Like, I had these questions to help build us, but then I was like, time, okay, gotta go.
Yeah, I think if it were a longer game, a different game, that would definitely be fun.
I was trying to do like what they do in like Dungeon World and other Powered by the Apocalypse, where they actually say, who are you tied with?
What are your bonds?
Right. Who are your bonds with? So that way it gives you more...
It's a little
ground
more
to stand on.
A little more of that build up that we didn't actually have the time for.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So maybe I'm just not suited for these like one shots, these 2 stat like quick improv skills, and maybe I've been pushing myself too hard, and maybe what I should be doing is be doing more heavy-handed mechanical games up front and try to build myself up instead of just going balls to the wall. Let's just do a very free-form game all the time.
I don't think it's just you. I think it's part us and also part the game itself.
Yeah, I think it's partly the game itself too.
2 fairly new players.
We had lots of characters that weren't
Mechanics
geared
light
towards being actionable.
But I mean, I'm fucking weak at describing shit and getting into character.
Yeah, and then we were all like, not really going forward.
No, we didn't want to. I think that's why we kept sabotaging it, because we were we don't know what to do, so blow it up.
Part of it is I had trouble imagining the castle situation at first, and I don't know. I don't feel so hot today, so it's hard to tell if that's me or if that's what happened.
I mean, that's why at first I was like, I'm not going to tell. That was interesting because I actually made a GM choice right there when you guys were like, well, let's figure out this castle. And you guys are all hesitant. I'm trying to explain to you what it looks like. And then you're like, well, we don't know. And then I made Denny do the whole gas holographic space dust thing to help it out more.
And that helped a lot.
Yeah.
And so I made that choice, even though there's a part of me that's because I experienced so much of Josh GMing who doesn't give away anything. I'm like, should I actually give them this information? Yeah, I should, because they're hesitant to move right now.
Right.
Think about how different the game would be if all doors were open and replaced just by archways.
I actually almost made the last one archway, but it didn't make any sense. Because why would she be behind just an archway with gas?
Yeah. It could be a magical barrier.
Magic gas.
Yeah, magic barrier. Fuck, I don't know. My brain wasn't working.
It's fine.
So yeah, I don't know. I felt very obviously, like I said, near the end, I was just you get the crystal.
I'm just thinking of magical.
It's fucking whatever.
Fucking whatever. The force field drops. Denny gives you the crystal. Yeah, I've never seen one of these before.
Denny's evil.
Yeah,
Denny's totally evil. That's totally the impression I got from the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh God. So
hey, Brother
let's
John.
take a break and then. I think the group discussion at the end captured a lot of what I felt and thought while running this game. So I don't have much to say other than, ugh. As a GM, I felt really bad at what I brought to the table. But this is how I get better. Hopefully next year around this time, I'll be able to look back on this fondly. Ah, yes, this is where I fell short, and my, what a long way I've come. Shapeshift is a member of the Geekspective Network. If you would like to hear Magical Girl bloopers or get sneak peeks into what I have planned for the future, you can become a patron at patreon.com/Geekspective. I'd like to give a shout out to our newest patron, Joe. Thanks for your support, Joe. Another way you could help Shapeshift is by leaving a rating or review on iTunes. Sharing the show with other people would also mean a lot to me. You can find me online on Twitter at RocketOrca and at ShapeshiftCast. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in 2 weeks for another one-shot called The Witch is Dead.